Your government's survival now is at stake with Mamata Banerjee, getting her ministers to resign. How do you intend to deal with this crisis? Because Mulayam and Mayawati are also not on your side, and neither is the DMK.
Let me tell you, have any of them said that they want to vote the government out?
The left is asking for a trust vote.
Left, listen, who is left? They are reduced to a rump. We have the majority. We have proven it a number of times and we'll prove it again. We have taken this decision in the interest of the farmers of India, consumers of India, and the people of India.
But so will we see a 1991 like Narasimha Rao, like dispensation, where the government now continues?
Why are you comparing our government to Narasimha Rao's government?
Because that government too survived for several months while it was technically in a minority.
Do you have any doubt about the government's survival? I don't have.
You have no doubts at all?
I have no doubt.
Do you think as a consequence of the opposition that we've seen, any future reform will definitely now not see the light of day?
I think what is in the interest of the country, Prime Minister and this government is committed.
If it comes down to a question of survival where the government and the Prime Minister needs to choose between putting FDI and retail on the back burner and pushing ahead with it, even though the survival of the government is imperiled, what would you choose, sir?
Listen, we have taken a decision. Now don't ask me about speculative scenarios. That's not going to happen. Only area where I am worried, and where perhaps what you have said is valid, is if any legislative change is required. For example, we have the insurance bill pending, the banking one is there, some other issues which will require Parliament approval. That may run into rough weather. That is where we will have to talk to all the parties concerned. But I'm sure that once we sit down with the leaders of the political parties, they may also see some merit and reason in going forward with the reforms, looking at the fragile economy globally, in the global context, the flow of capital, the loss of jobs, non-investment in capacity creation, underutilization of existing capacities. You have to lift the sentiment and you have to take decisions. You can't be, on one hand, this had become a, very much a kind of a fashionable phrase, policy paralysis, which was never there. And once we take decisions, we are criticized. If we delay decisions, we are criticized. Is this the way to govern a country? We are in government and we will do what is right.
We've discussed the politics.
And we will leave it to the people of India eventually to judge. Whenever a major decision has been made, when the opposition didn't come, go back. You must have been very young. In the mid-80s, when Rajiv Gandhi, the then Prime Minister, talked of 21st century India, when he talked of new technologies, communication, information technology, both the left and the BJP, they went on a Bharat Bandh, strikes, that he will take away the jobs. Banks will have computers. Have banks lost jobs? Those same Indians have become computer literate, they are working. ATMs are working. India became a global leader in IT-enabled services. What is the share of services today in India's GDP? It's more than 50%. How many tens of millions of jobs have been created? Now, our sons and daughters today are going all over the world. You have become the office of the world as a backdoor office of the world. Now, this is what these technologies have done to India. Now, they should stand up today, instead of doing Bharat Bandh, they should first apologize collectively to us that they insulted Rajiv Gandhi and his vision. They again opposed the economic reforms in 1991. We had even a Bombay club formed that again this will lead to another East India company coming and taking over India. Has this happened? No. Indian companies have become global. The argument when McDonald's came, when Kentucky Fried Chicken, Pizza Hut came, what will happen to Haldiram and Bikanerwala and Nathu's? They have gone global. They have survived. Who has crashed?
We've discussed
I don't buy this argument.
No, we've discussed so far the political argument. Now I want to cite some studies which talk about the deleterious impact of the entry of multinationals into retail. And I want to quote first, let's start with, there's a Switzerland-based UNI Global Union which is presenting a paper on Walmart's global track record and the implication for FDI and multi-brand retail. It cited 243 research papers done by independent professors. And I want to say,
I'm not here to discuss an NGO's research document. I am going by the experience of the countries and the governments. Please, I will comment about sovereign states. Sovereign states, whether China...
Can I quote the figures to you?
Please allow me. China has it. Brazil has it, South Africa has it, Indonesia has it, Malaysia has it, Thailand has it, Mexico has it. You name the countries in the world who have it.
Okay.
And they have no conditionalities. This report would be valid if they had read India's policy and then commented. We have put specific conditions.